So Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to the video on how to carry out super journalists in your class. So before we start looking on how to carry out super journalists, let me tell you a bit about this game. So what is super journalists? It is both a physical digital group activity that centers around a group of students writing newspaper articles following the theme given to them as their primary objective. So think of it like a writing game where all of the students can try their hands on writing their very own newspaper article after their teacher have already thought about it in their class.
Wait, so you're saying that this activity is just straight out writing? That's not fun.
Well, of course not. Okay, first, each group will be writing their own newspaper article following the themes that have been given to them, of course. And then later on, the true super journalist game will take place. So, super journalist is basically like a checklist or maybe a way for the students to check for any errors that they may have done in trying to write their article, maybe for the first time or such. So basically, Super Journalist is a bingo game, but not any bingo game, of course. All of the numbers that you see on right now actually links to three things. The first one is the editorial needs, which is basically the format that you needed to write a proper newspaper article, such as the dates, the titles, the author name, the reporter's name, and such. And then second, we have the penalty, which basically makes the game a bit harder since it's kind of punish each group if they ever got unlucky with their number pick. And then the third one is the wait section, where it is basically kind of like an advantage for the groups if they are lucky enough to choose a number that links to this. So why choose super journalists to be a material to be used in your class, especially in writing newspaper articles? So the activity has an objective of having the students can at least write 2 out of 4 proper paragraphs following the correct format of newspaper article with teacher's guidance. And so far, Super Journalist intends to actually make the writing activity more fun in class and have them check for their mistake in a fun, forgiving way so that they could stay engaged in a lesson without the fear of being ridiculed or such. Well, it is also to make students work together in groups and get them used to collaborating with each other to complete the task given to them, without fighting, of course. Okay, now so listen close and let me show you on how to conduct super journalists in your class in an orderly manner. The first one is getting the journalist's point of view. Firstly, the teacher will expose the students to the videos of journalism and a physical look to physical newspaper to help them see on how newspaper articles actually look like in real life. And then the teacher will teach them on how to properly write an article following their own format and prepare them on what to add to their article, such as titles, dates, reporter's name, and many more. The second one is helping them to find their group. So, to help them find their group, a group randomizer will be used for this. This is to help sort out the students in class into their own teams. Students will be later on seated according to their new group members and will be supplied with an A3 size paper and an empty bingo table card to aid them in super journalists later on. 3 would be getting their team, of course, to write their newspaper article. So the leader of the group will spin the wheel for the themes of the article with no takebacks. Stimuli will also be given to them to help aid them properly in their task to write their very own newspaper article in their activity. Number 4 is of course writing their own article. Each group will be given around 10 minutes to write their article following the theme that they got. Number 5 will be filtering the article via the bingo board, aka super journalist. All groups will stop writing and focus on the super journalist board in front of them. They need to write numbers from 1 to 25 into the bingo cards in randomized order and will later on participate in a game or super journalist together with their editor, aka the teacher. Each group will need to check on the format of their article. If they got the format right, they can cross out the numbers, and if not, they are not allowed to do so. The game will end, I have told you, when a group is able to cross out a line and yell bingo to the class. At the end of Super Journalists, there will be a reflection session on their articles. So, a reflection on what they learned in a lesson would be done by the teacher to give feedback on what they need to fix to make a better article for next time. And of course, to make them more motivated for more lessons to come, rewards will be given to all of the groups, with the winner having the grand prize to give motivation to them. So that's all on how to play Super Journalists and actually how to carry them out in your class.